All right, guys, we're here doing our next cooped up. Ashley's just letting out Lucy. So if you read the title of this cooped up, then you know that we have to get rid of Lucy, or at least we said we're getting rid of Lucy. And the reason is, oh, I should have done this before. I don't know. I'm gonna tilt the camera down here. You see blue right there? The last chicken coop video that we've done, then you they're all going in there like, what the heck? If you watch the last chicken coop video that we've done, I'm just gonna turn the so I can actually see what's going on. Wow, I can't see the screen at all. That's very black. Hey, do you have your camera? Your phone? Oh well. I won't be able to read your guys' comments because my screen is black for some reason. My phone is really, I don't know what happened. It just turned off. The screen was black and then it was like, you know what, it doesn't matter. But in the time that it was doing that weird whatever it was, this is why we have to say goodbye to Lucy. You see how Blue's neck is all like, it's all red? Well, that's because that's her skin, right? So when she puts her neck out, you can see it a lot better. But she's basically a naked neck. Oh yeah, her turn. Do you guys see that? She looks like a vulture almost. Yeah. Hey, relax. Right on the other side of the fence here. And the reason why, so if you watched my last or our last chicken video, then I gave some misinformation by mistake. I thought that for some reason she was molting because one of our other birds molted similar to that last winter, but it wasn't nearly as bad. So I just figured she was molting, but it wasn't molting. She's being bullied by Lucy, and then so is everybody else. And the way that chicken behavior sort of works is that if one bird is getting picked on by a certain bird, oftentimes the other birds will also mess with the same bird. So then that bird will get ganged up on, and then it can lead to cannibalism, right? In certain, or maybe all instances, I don't know. Hey, relax. Hold on one second. Hey, what are you doing? Stop. Stop. Yeah, there you go. Good boy.
Why?
He's like, will you let me in? Sorry, that was Hank. So Lucy has always picked on everyone since we got her, and she's the biggest bird we have. She's probably a good, I don't know, 10 pounds maybe even.
Yeah, she's big.
Yeah, she's pretty big.
She's the oldest too.
Yeah, she's also the oldest. She's just too much. So she also started Ginger, our other bird who kind of looks like her. She's also been starting to peck at her feathers and stuff around her neck because Blue doesn't have any left. And we tried a bunch of different things to correct it. What were some of the things, like proteins?
We upped her protein, thinking she was low in protein. We tried to give them more like enrichment activities, thinking maybe she was bored. We separated her, then released her back.
So yeah, you saw this is the last day that she's separated because we had her in the hospital coop, which is the one on right here, and she's still, her behavior hasn't changed. So oh no, this might buffer again badly. This might be this might screw up. All right, sorry guys. There we go. It said my phone was overheating, so I put some shade behind it. What were we just gonna say?
We said Ginger was limping.
Oh yeah, Ginger's limping, so it's just getting worse and worse. It's not getting better in any way. Ginger is the one who looks kind of like her, and she's also big, but she doesn't stick up for herself. She's very passive. And Henrietta, the blackbird, I don't know if you can see her. She's right there. She's our head hen, and that's the only one that Lucy cannot pick on. Oh, you can actually see Lucy has her wings out like that. I don't know if you can see. She's right in the, oh, there, she's getting hot. So It's pretty hot out today. What is it?
It's like 32 today.
Plus 32 degrees Celsius. Um, so Henrietta, being the only one who doesn't put up with the shit, she's still the head hen. But Lucy is a close second. And oh wait, actually that was blue. I don't know how I saw her as orange. So yeah, we're gonna be bringing her back to the farm that we got her from.
Well, we had a couple options.
There's a few options, yeah.
So we could either just keep her separated and keep her, but that wouldn't be a really good life for her, I don't think, and that wouldn't be nice.
Right, because she would probably be fine if we had a bigger flock, but we only have 8 birds. So if
And
we
we
had
don't
maybe
have
like 20 or something.
Yeah, and we don't have a rooster, so she'll probably do better in a bigger flock with a rooster and more hens. And the other thing we were thinking of giving her to someone else.
Oh yeah, even our neighbor, he was planning on getting chickens, but he's not getting chickens until next year now, and we don't want to hold on to her for that long just in case it gets worse.
Yeah. And I don't want to make her into soup.
Yeah,
No.
She at this point in her life, she's only good as a soup bird if you're gonna eat her, and we don't feel like doing that because these are like pets. I mean, we do eat their eggs, but we don't eat them. When they die, they'll just die, and then we'll I don't know, maybe they'll become dog food at that point, or maybe we'll just bury them. I don't actually know what we're gonna do with them at that point, but they're pets to us, so we're not eager to make them into food. The reality is that she probably will become some sort of food in time, but she's also still a good breeding bird.
Yeah.
Because she's really pretty looking, and she's a good. Well, I don't know if she's the best show quality bird, but she's pretty good.
Yeah, and she lays very well still, and she goes broody all the time. So we contacted the farmer we got her from originally, and he said he would gladly take her back.
Yeah. So, yeah, we actually picked between her and we got them at the same time.
Yeah.
And oh, you can see Blue is dust bathing. I don't know if that shows up exactly.
But Blue's personality is different, though. She's not a bully, and she's not aggressive like Lucy is.
Yeah. And so I see someone here saying that they're very social. Yeah, these birds. Well, most birds are not most birds. A lot of birds are social. They're like similar to like when you see like a bunch of say crows together. They're always together. It's similar to that, where they have like a language that they speak with each other and stuff like that. They know each other, and it's just like humans. Some people just don't like other people for no reason, and that's her. And also, she probably, I don't know if in her last flock she was a higher up bird too. I don't know. That's her personality. So
we're taking her back.
Taking her back today,
Yeah.
which kind of sucks because like she's really pretty, and it's cool to have like. My goal, I don't know so much if it was Ashley's goal, but my goal was to have just like a bunch of different birds, like all of them being looking different. Like she's an Orpington and Blue's an Orpington, but they're 2 different colors. Blue is blue, obviously, and Lucy is orange. And we'll probably get another orange one. Maybe we'll get one that looks exactly like her to replace her. We're probably going to get 2 in reality because it's just better to introduce them in pairs. Her going back to her old flock will probably be fine, and plus that dude is a way better knowledgeable chicken farmer than we are as hobbyists, and Ashley is way more smarter than me at this kind of stuff.
But yeah, he said he would trade us.
He said he would probably trade because she's still a good looking bird. She's been a little bit stressed, but she will get back to normal here once she's in a more open environment.
We separated her, so she's not happy.
You see, Blue and Lucy are in the same thing. You might even be able to witness a little squabble here. But since she doesn't have very many feathers left on her neck, she doesn't get... Oh, yeah, she's doing it right now.
Hey!
They also don't listen to hey. It's just kind of habit to be like, hey! They also don't know their individual names as say a dog would. But a dog and a chicken are 2 different animals. Chickens do, however, get used to being called, which, oh, she's out. So yeah, I don't know if you could see that very clearly, but she was yeah, she was drawing blood,
Okay.
and it, like, as far as we know, it can lead to, hey, we should have maybe left handcuff up
Yeah.
up above there. It can lead to cannibalism in cases, so we don't want to like wake up one day to having a dead bird just because one of our birds was being grumpy. Ashley used her mom voice. uh, I think that's it. Yeah, so that's going to be later today, probably around supper time. We're going to go check it out, and we'll probably film it for the next chicken vlog. But we wanted to just let you guys know here and now what was exactly going on. As for our new birds, the ones in the corner here,
They're growing so fast.
They're quite a bit bigger. They're still shy. You can see their mouths are open right now. They're panting because it's hot out. But inside the coop, it's actually nice and cool. But they just enjoy being out. And then after this, we're also probably going to free range them. So we get that all the time. They're like, all that grass, and they have to stay in this muddy coop. Part of the reason that the coop is all muddy like this is, one, because they eat all the grass. But two, also, the grass was all covered in all the holes for these posts. And then it's clay, it froze over, and then it got hard, and now it's packed down to the ground. So even when we dug it out in places, we just dug up the grass that was underneath it, which is now all gray. So it's not even grass anymore. So what we might do is, there are landscaping companies. Wow, there's a lot of flies right here. Gross. Here, let's see if we can bring the birds back out. I'm gonna give them some sunflower seeds. Nugget came out. Hank, relax. What we're going to do, there's landscaping companies often give their leftover sod away. So we're going to see if we can get some sod in here, which the birds will destroy, but that's just the reality of chickens. But we do let them out every single day for at least a couple hours, and they forage around. They can go wherever they want. They often go all the way to the front now, because out here we don't mow out here. We don't maintain this field, and it's all full of prickle bushes. Here, let me see if I can show you actually. I'm gonna try to turn this around if I can remember how to do it. You see all that? It's all prickle bushes, which I mean, they don't seem to be bothered by necessarily the prickles themselves, but it's just the tallness and stuff of the weeds. It's kind of hard to get through there. They get lost in there, which is kind of funny because they'll just be like, blah! and they actually don't eat the plants, although they do at times pick a leaf or two. So sometimes they do, but not too often. But they do go after the weeds, which is nice. So part of the reason, by the way, I'm just gonna finish my thought here, that we're letting this all grow up here is because it's good shade. And if you're wondering if it's good cover for predators, probably is, but they can't dig underneath the coop. We have it buried. Yeah, like they just can't. They can't get underneath. So don't worry about that. I mean, I'm sure more experienced chicken people might have some advice on that, which is fine. But so far this has worked, and we have a fox that comes here almost every single night.
Yeah.
So he hasn't been able to get in. I don't know how he would get in. We don't have weasels here that could get through our wire, and we don't have any
snakes or anything that would.
Yeah, we don't have the snakes. Well, we do have lots of snakes, but
not the ones
that go after chickens, and they might be a little bit too small to eat the eggs, although their mouths open up like gigantic freaking whatever. So maybe they could, but they haven't tried. Also, it would be difficult for them to get into the coop because it's pretty tight at night anyways.
We have a skunk, but...
Oh yeah, we also have a skunk. We have 3 skunks actually.
She was right by the coop the other night and she couldn't get in.
Yeah, skunks like to eat chickens or drink their blood.
Eggs, I think.
And oh, is it just their eggs? Okay, there's weasels that like to drink their blood.
Yeah.
But as for our new birds, they're doing good. They're totally integrated now to the point where they are mostly like all sleeping together and stuff. Sometimes they don't. But they still stay side by side, similar to what Nugget and Ginger used to do, and Blue and Lucy used to do. But other than that, they're pretty close. Um, and they are supposed to lay uh, eggs that are like colorful.
Blue or green kind of color.
It's the opposite of color. Isn't that nuts? Dracula weasels. I'm just kidding. This is not a chicken egg. This is actually a rock, and it just looks like an egg. And I had it in my pocket, so that's someone already. Oh, I probably already showed this. But we were gonna use this as a decoy egg in their nest box because we have golf balls in there. But I want to see if this would work as well. Although they kind of already know to lay in there, but oftentimes people will put like a golf ball in the nest box just so that the chickens will lay in there rather than say on the floor. Especially if they get like a factory chicken that they rescue, and because factory chickens just lay wherever they happen to be standing in a crowd of chickens, and they don't know what nest boxes are or what like a perch is. Like they don't roost or anything, so they kind of learn that from watching other chickens. So they'll put like golf balls in those nest boxes, stuff like that. But people do it all the time anyways. We do it. We have a golf ball in each one. But yeah, I think is that it? Yeah, so we're going to get 2 chickens, probably. Most likely, almost 100%.
When we take her back.
Yeah, today. As long as everything works out, we'll do it today. What sort of, if you get a peacock, that would be cool, but you can't house them together because their tails are so goddamn big. So they get in the way. We could put them in the same, whatever this is called, run, but you can't put them in the same, or that's as far as I know. Is that true? Do you know?
I think they can be together, but I don't actually really know.
I think Derek, one of our, what do you call that? Cousin-in-laws?
Yeah.
Cousin-in-laws. They have all sorts of different types of birds, and they couldn't. He said, as far as I remember, he said that they don't put their peacock with their chickens because their tails just, and then they get their feathers picked out and stuff. I don't know if that is.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if that's super accurate. I don't know if that's maybe just his experience with their bird. I don't know. But if you were to be able to suggest a color of bird to get, what would you say would be a good bird? We're probably going to get another orange one, and we'll probably name her Lucy.
No, I can't do that. It has to be a different name.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, maybe Lucky.
No.
Luciano.
Lucille.
Lucille.
No, we'll come up with something.
We're thinking about getting another bantam because we have this little girl.
She's the sweetest.
Nugget, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She came with
Ginger.
Ginger, and they used to be so like cuddly at night, but they're not so much anymore. I'm gonna give them some more sunflower
You
seeds.
should put up some shade, I think.
So let me just read some of these and then we'll head off. Buford Brown. I knew Ashley wouldn't go for Lucy too. Why not? I would name her Lucy. Another fluffy lagger. Audrey.
It's a good name.
Audrey. You should get some Polish chickens with the feathered feet and the rounded balls on their head. Yeah, we were thinking about that, and he had 2 last year for breeding purposes, but
I don't think he was selling them.
no, he wasn't selling them. No, one of his barns burnt down, so he lost a lot of chickens there. So I'm not sure if he had new ones in there or what, but yeah. What do you call a hen who counts her eggs?
I don't know.
A Mathema chicken? What the heck? Do you have any bantams? And Rhode Island Reds are really pretty. Rhode Island Reds are like the most common bird, I think, around here.
Yeah.
So, hey,
Hey.
stop. Sometimes he just can't help himself. He's like, dude, I just gotta bark. But I think we'll cut it here. Rhode Island Reds, just to finish the thought, are super common here, which is so it'd be easy to get, and they'd probably only cost like $4. So maybe we would get one of them if he has one of them. I don't know, just to have one. They're really good layers, along with leghorns. But yeah, that's a good bird. And as for bantams, our nugget here, she's a bantam. What is she? Cochin, a bantam cochin. She's really tiny, and she's very sweet, and she's like a perfect fluff ball. If you follow Ashley's Insta, Ashley Rose Alexander.
Hey.
Hank, stop.
Leave it.
Okay, he's getting a little restless, so we're gonna go now. Oh, quail. Someone said quail are fun to keep. Aren't they like this big?
I don't know.
Wouldn't they just get murdered?
I don't know.
They're kind of tiny because there was a pigeon or something. Not
No,
pigeon.
it was like a sparrow.
A sparrow in our coop the other day, and they were trying to kill it.
Yeah.
They didn't, but they tried to. So I wonder if like a little quail.
People keep koala chickens.
Oh, do they? Okay, I don't know. I have no idea. Oh, silkies. Some people say silkies are terrible for winter. Some people say that they're fine. Some people actually argue the exact opposite argument as to why they aren't good for here. They have really fluffy feathers,
Yeah.
which means that they're not very dense or
I think
something.
we should ask him when we go because I know he had silkies at one point.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Maybe he'll be able to tell us.
You need special chicken wire for quails. Oh, is that right? Yeah, we're probably not going to get quails. Maybe later. But yeah. But anyways, stay tuned for the next chicken vlog, which I don't know when it'll come out, but I will save the footage of getting the new chicken or however we are able to film it, and then we'll do that. But thanks for hanging out for this Cooped Up, and we will see you next time. Oh, someone messaged me right on the X. All right. Okay, bye.